Okay, so language, as we said, is a two faces coin, but some people have gone very deeply in the investigation of that phenomenon, uh, among which prominent Mr. Professor Noam Chomsky. He's written many books and articles about language, and I may sum it up very quick for you. The whole enterprise into 7 keywords. First, phrase structure rules. Second, the lexicon. 3, transformation. 4, X-bar syntax. 5, government. 6, binding. And 7, agreement, or the minimalist program. But before going into those things, we're still trying to decipher this nice little book dedicated to Patrick Griffiths and Ken Hale for their help and friendship. Well, we said that he's the big boy, according to what Maziloir, Smith and Wilson, and Neumeyer, who even called his book the Bible, Modern Linguistics. It has become like a religion. And he's still alive. Chomsky is still alive. I hope you tell me if he's still alive or he has passed away. But before doing so, going to the theories, let us just philosophize, try to see the raison d'être. Maziloir at MIT 1981 said, when somebody introduces himself in a party as a doctor, people will wonder in which hospital he works. And when somebody introduces himself as a lawyer, everybody will think when he has a legal problem, the lawyer would be able to help. But when you introduce yourself as a linguist, people will be astonished and ask, what do you mean by linguistics? And when you try to explain to them that linguistics is a scientific study of languages, they say, well, why do you bother? Why bother? Since we speak them naturally. Do you think, Mr. Chomsky, that linguistics can change people's opinions one day? And do you think that linguistics is important, roughly? Well, the answer of Chomsky was beautiful. He says, in our own intellectual tradition, going back to the Greeks, it has always been assumed, and I think correctly, that the most important topic to study is the human being. The question, what is the nature of humans, and in particular how the human mind works, there can hardly be a more significant topic for investigation for us than the human mind and how it functions. But you know, first of all, you have to make, as psychologist Wolfgang Kohler once remarked, that you have first to achieve a certain psychic distance, because when you look at the stars, you see it's wonderful, but when you use your hand, you don't see anything wonderful. When you use your tongue, similarly, it's natural. But according to Chomsky, you have nature and man. Man is more important. And in man, you have the body and the mind. The mind is more important. And among the functions of the mind, you have natural functions and acquired functions. The natural functions of the mind are more important than the acquired. Like driving a car, for instance, is acquired, but speaking or seeing is natural. And then, among the natural functions of the mind, language is the top. It is the real thing that defines man, all right? Now let's move to the language and philosophy. We know that linguistics is the science of languages, but what is language in the first place? Well, as we said, it's like putting the whole world into words. And the act of naming persons and things by simply uttering a few speech sounds, these sounds as symbols for persons and objects, it is indeed a tremendous power. This is crucial in all aspects of man's life and actions on earth. We can only appreciate its value when we start thinking about the enormous difficulties we would have had if we were not given that secret and subtle power of putting the world into words. Think of all the hardships in communication and problems in human relations. When a man wants to communicate with his fellow man about something, he would have had to bring the thing itself in front of them so as to be able to talk about it. Be it a palm tree, no way but to bring the palm tree. Be a mountain, no way but to go to that mountain. Be it a person, no way but to bring the person, dead or alive, in front of them. It is a paramount hardship that would have seriously hindered man's life. Life would have simply ceased to be the life we know without this tremendous semiotic power, according to Qutb. The next chapters will be about morphophonemics of Hebrew, but remember the 7 keywords I gave you, and enjoy life, enjoy linguistics, and talk good.